a lotto, new kids breeze to drop shore.
Hi everyone, wherever and whenever you're watching this video, good morning, good evening, and good night to you all. My name is Exodus Chepet, and with me is my friend Mark Tawe. Both of us, we are studying here at the University of Goroka in Papua New Guinea. So in this video, we are going to talk on a very important topic, which is students' well-being in schools. By the way, when we talk about well-being, we mean how happy, healthy, and successful students are, not only in classrooms, but also in their own school life. So this topic is very important for us in Papua New Guinea because many students face challenges like lack of resources, family problems, maybe they came from some of the violent homes, peer pressure, or some cultural expectations in their lives. So I will be highlighting four main very important points that we will be discussing in this talk. First point, we will be talk about the physical well-being of the students. The second point is mental and emotional well-being. The third point, social well-being. And the very last point, the role of the teachers and schools. Now, I'll invite Mr. Mark Tawe to begin with the first point, which is physical well-being.
Thank you, Mr. Chepet. From the 4 points that he highlighted, I'll be stressing on the first point, which is physical well-being. So physical well-being means students are healthy in their bodies so they can learn properly in schools. When students eat well, sleep enough, and keep their bodies active, their brain also works better. This helps them to concentrate in class, join activities, and achieve good results. Students cannot learn well if they are not healthy. In many Papua New Guinea schools, there are problems like no clean water, poor toilets, and lack of proper meals. For example, some students walk long distance to school without breakfast. By the time they arrive, they are already tired and cannot focus well in the classroom. So good physical well-being means having clean classrooms, safe toilets, proper meals, and sports areas. Schools can encourage sports, hygiene programs, and health checks. One of the quotes stated by Dr. Mike Mangoro is stated that a healthy body supports healthy mind. I now invite Mr. Chepet to continue on with the second point, which is mental and emotional well-being.
Thank you, Mr. Tawe. Our second point is mental and emotional well-being. So mental well-being means when students' minds are healthy, so they can think clearly, solve problems, and learn new things without too much stress. Okay, let me say an example. A student with good mental well-being can focus on lessons, remember information, and perform well in exams or their assessments. Schools support mental well-being through guidance, counseling, balanced timetables, and stress-free learning environments. Okay, when it comes to emotional well-being, it means when students can understand and control their feelings and also respect the feelings of others or their fellow students in the classroom or even around the school campus. So according to the UNICEF 2019, emotional well-being is when students can understand, control their feelings or emotions that they feel that part of their feeling, and also respect the feeling of others. Okay, this is about how students feel inside themselves, the inner feeling of them. So many young people, like they face stress, family problems, meaning they came from some violent homes, like their parent, mother or father died and they live like an orphanage, or when they go through some pressures for their schoolwork, or bullying or asked by their fellow students. For example, when a student feels sad or angry, but still knows how to calm down and not to fight against with their students, or when they go through some of the emotions, the feelings between the students themselves. So in schools, let me say, emotional well-being is supported through friendships, positive teacher-student relationships, and activities that can build confidence and self-esteem. Those are like emotional well-being. So in our country, Papua New Guinea, some students are afraid to speak in class because maybe they don't want to be loved by their fellow students. So others, because of their lack of confidence. So that's why schools must create a safe and caring environment for cater for those kind of students. So teachers should use kind of words like listen to the students also, the feeling of their students, and avoid shaming them. Even a small encouragement from their teachers can build confidence. So when students feel respect, they learn better. That's the second point of our discussion. For now, I allow Mr. Tawe to deliver the third part of our discussion about the social well-being.
Thank you, Mr. Devat. So, I'll be stressing on the third point, which is social well-being. So, according to Australian Institute of Health and Welfare 2020, social well-being is about how students build and keep good relationships with other people in the school so that they can feel at home. In education, this means students being able to make friends, work in groups, respect others, and feel like they belong in the school community. Sometimes, school is not just about attending classes, lectures, doing tests, and having exams. It is also about learning how to live with other people in and within the school. This means that making friends, respecting different cultures, and learning teamwork. In Papua New Guinea, students came from different tribes with different languages, different cultures, and different traditions. Sometimes this causes conflicts. For example, a student from another province may be teased about their accent. That adds their well-being. When it comes to such situations, school can fix this by promoting inclusiveness, group activities, cultural days, and respect diversity help students feel they belong to the school. Okay, when students feel included, they join in more and perform well in their academic results. With that, I now invite Mr. Tevet to discuss our final point, which is role of teachers and schools.
Thank you, Mr. Tawe. For now, let me say the roles of teachers and schools on what must they do to support students' well-being in schools. Teachers, they have the biggest role to play in supporting students' well-being. If teachers care, listen, and treat all the students fairly or equally, then students feel motivated. But if teacher only use as punishment or like corporal punishment, then students become scared and they lose interest in their learning. So then it affects their academic performance. So in our country, PNG, like corporal punishment it is the old system. It's still common in schools, but it may control behavior for a shorter time. So in long run, it damages this trust between the students and the teachers. So teachers should use positive discipline and counseling instead of using corporal punishment and harsh discipline. So schools must also work with the parents and communities also. So guidance and counseling, sports, cultural events, all this helps students to grow. So when students know their teachers, or the school care for the students, then they become confident and ready for their future endeavors. Okay, with that, I now allow Mr. Tawe to conclude our discussion about the well-being of the students in schools.
Thank you, Mr. Tebet. So, to sum up everything, student well-being is not just about passing exams. It is about the old-fashioned, their health, emotions, friendships, and learning environment. Here in Papua New Guinea, we face many challenges, but we also have strong cultures and communities that can support our students' learning. If schools, teachers, and students all work together, we can make schools safe and caring places where every child feels valued. Therefore, I want to remind us all that healthy and healthy students become better learners and better future leaders of Papua New Guinea as a whole.
With that, this just brings us to the end of our presentation, and may God bless us all. But don't forget, if you are one of the Papua New Guinean watching this video, happy 50th anniversary to you all, and may God bless once again. Thank you.
Regala vela chan compare